Latin superlatives, when worst comes to worst. Today we're going to be looking at superlatives in Latin, how to form them, how to recognise them, and what they mean. So what is a superlative? In Latin we have three different, let's say, orders of adjective. We have the normal type of adjective, which is like happy or sad or tired. We have comparatives, which are happier, sadder. They compare something to something else. And I have videos about adjectives and comparatives on my channel, so if you're confused about either of those, go and check them out. But today we're going to be looking at superlatives. Now, superlatives are the most something you can be, so they are the happiest. In Latin, they look like laetus, laetior for the comparative, and laetissimus for the superlative. We have several options for how to translate superlatives in Latin. So we have laetus meaning happy, and laetissimus. Now that can mean happiest, but it can also mean very happy or most happy. And you just have to pick which one makes most sense in your translation. All are absolutely fine. I've been using laetus as my example because it forms in the most common way. A Latin superlative is really easy to spot, and that's because of the issi addition in the middle of the word. It's formed using the stem adjective plus the issi plus the ending that you need for your adjective. So we've looked at laetus and changed that to laetissimus, and that is the most common way that superlatives are formed. There are some slightly irregular ones. Instead of issi, they might use iri or they might use illi. But they do the same thing. And again, that double letter, the double R or the double L, is just as easy to spot as the double S in the normal superlatives. So don't worry about seeing an iri or an illy. We'll have a look at one of those later on. But that is how you form a superlative. Now, superlatives are a type of adjective, and so they have to agree in case, number, and gender with the noun they are describing. That means that their endings can change a lot. But luckily, they follow the 2-1-2 adjective pattern. So if you're describing a masculine noun, it goes like the second declension. If you're describing a feminine noun, like the first declension nouns. And like if you're describing a neuter noun, it goes like the second declension neuter endings. So if I'm describing a man, I might say laetissimus vir, the very happy man. If I'm describing a woman, I might say laetissima femina, the most happy woman. If I'm describing a war, I might say bellum laetissimum, the happiest war. That's kind of a weird sentence, but you get my point. For each of these, I have my issi syllables in the middle, and I have my gender ending. All of those are nominative singulars, laetissimus, laetissima, laetissimum. That's what we mean when I say it's a 2-1-2 ending pattern. Let's have a look at a couple of examples. Puerum laetissimum vidi. In this sentence, I have puerum and laetissimum. Now, laetissimum has that issi sound in the middle, so I know that's a superlative. Now, I'm going to translate that as very happy, but I need to know what the adjective goes with. Now, from my endings, laetissimum, I know that's an accusative singular. Do I have another accusative singular? Yes, puerum. So it is the boy that is very happy, but he is not in charge of my sentence. Vidi is my verb. It means I saw. So my whole sentence means I saw the very happy boy. A slightly longer sentence here. Viri feminarum pulcherrimarum salutabamus. This is one of my slightly irregular superlatives, pulcherrimarum with the double R instead of my double S. In this case, pulcherrimarum is genitive plural and it's also feminine, so I need to see if I can find something that looks first declension. So feminarum is a first declension genitive plural. It means of the women. So feminarum pulcherrimarum means of the very beautiful women. Viros is an accusative singular, so I know that the men aren't the subject of this sentence. What I have left is my verb salutabamus. We were greeting. Then I take my accusative, the men or the husbands in this case, and then my genitive plurals of the very beautiful women. We were greeting the husbands of the very beautiful women. So Latin superlatives, they have to agree in case, number, and gender with the noun they are describing. They follow a 2-1-2 noun endings pattern. They use issi or iri or illi, and they use the stem adjective plus that insert of a syllable plus the endings, the 2-1-2 noun endings. And that's really all there is to Latin superlatives. I hope this has helped. Make sure you know your adjective stems first of all, but also really important that you know your 212 noun endings. If you don't, you can download my free noun endings guide from the link in the description below. It has all the tables for the first and second and the third declension, so go and grab that. It will really help you to learn those 212 endings. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on bambasbat.